We'll do a quick little meditation here, some little off the cuff, a little different. All this is going to be breathing. So I'm not going to leave this up for too long because I won't be able to load it because I'm doing this from a tablet and it'll just take too long. So here's all you have to do. Here's the instructions. Just breathe and follow that pattern right there. There's your in breath and there's your out breath. And from here, I'm going to take you on a little bit of a talk and a little breathing journey. But this is just your warm-up here as you follow that. After this, after I get rid of this, I'm just going to talk you through some things. And you're going to just follow. You're just going to breathe. And the most important thing is to follow what's comfortable for you. Whether it's in your nose or in your mouth or out of your nose or out of your mouth, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do it in a specific way. And I'm going to give you reminders to get your mind back to where your breath is. But you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. If you can follow, I will be, in most cases, following a gamma breathing pattern, which will look something like this. I'll explain it to you. And I'll take everyone through this in the future without going through all of these instructions because, again, it's a very simple thing to do. You just have to breathe and be aware of it. And the ideas are, by breathing in your nose, you're oxygenating your brain, so there'll be more thoughtfulness that arises in you. And breathing into your mouth is a very grounding breath. These are very basic concepts. And to use the 4 different breaths, meaning the mouth, in the mouth, out of the mouth. And at this point, if you've been following this, what we're going to do after I turn this off so I can save a little bit of memory is just have you breathe and close your eyes. So we'll get over to this now. You've kind of gotten your pattern and your rhythm together. And this will just, before if you do open your eyes, just a slight reminder that by breathing in the middle of what is perceived chaos and disorder and confusion and colors and things going on, that all you have to do is breathe. And this breathing pattern of in the mouth, out of the mouth, there's different pacing for it, but for here, for now, it's just a simple, relaxing breath. It's in the mouth and out of the mouth. And one little trick, even though you've gone through this and you're still probably having a little bit of tension and anxiety throughout your body, one little trick you can do is just breathe out first. A lot of people, they always speak about breathing in and then breathing out. Yet, you need to empty yourself first. So the solution right now would be to focus on your entire body. And how do you do that? Well, you think about your feet, and there they are, and there's your knees, and there's your hips, and there's your hands, and you kind of just feel those things. And as you are, breathe out as far as you can. And then force more out. Don't breathe in, just breathe out. And there you are. Now you breathe in. It's like a suction cup. It forces you to breathe in. I'm not going to go through all the advanced concepts. I'll do a few of them during this meditation and during this breathing practice, so that way we don't get you started off by having bad practices. I don't want to give you too many clues and too many instructional methods because it will get in the way of you just remembering to breathe. Just breathing at whatever pace is comfortable for you, whatever nose or mouth is comfortable for you. But as I was saying, if you'd like to follow along to do something in the gamma realm, which takes you through 4 different breathing patterns, it's the mouth, and the mouth, nose, out of the nose, then in the nose, then out of the nose, then in the nose, and out of the mouth, then in the mouth, and then out of the mouth. Now those are the 4 breathing patterns that come back to the beginning of the mouth and the mouth, which give you what you can visualize as a circle breathing pattern. From your chin to your ear, to your forehead, to your opposite ear, to your chin. That's the way the breathing pattern works. Mouth, 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 nose, 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 mouth, mouth, mouth. It goes in a circle. And you can speed those up at times to give yourself more energy. You can slow them down. You can decide to pick one of them if you like. If you like the feeling of more energy in your brain, you can continue on with the nose-nose breathing. If it becomes too much and you want to ground yourself out, you can breathe in the nose and out of the mouth. That pulls the breath out of the brain and into the ground. So as these few things and instructions I've given you might have gotten your brain involved, we want to get rid of the brain. We want to get rid of all of the ideas you have. And sometimes listening to someone talk can get you out of your own mind, and sometimes you're listening too closely. Don't listen to what I'm saying, just continue to breathe. Listen to the music in the background, or maybe you're near a window. Are your eyes still open? Are you still breathing? Did you forget when I asked you about your eyes? So as you continue on here, where are you? Where's your feet? Where's your butt at? How are you sitting? Are you comfortable? It's okay to wiggle. Wiggle yourself into comfort. Is something tense? Scan your entire body. How do you do that? You just focus on one little spot. Maybe your big toe. Maybe your shin. Maybe that little spot on your face right beneath your eyeball on your left-hand side. Focus on that spot. Is that comfortable? Do you have any tension or pressure in your face? You say somebody, you have pressure in your face? And there's too many things to think about. There's too much of a face there. Are you looking? Are your eyes open or are they closed? It'd probably be easier if your eyes were closed. Although, you can look around if you'd like, if that feels more comfortable. Or now you're breathing still, however you'd like. And you're thinking about a spot, and we'll walk through them. And I'll do it in the way that I do. I'm not going to do it like everyone else, and neither should you, because there is no practice that you need to follow. There's nothing you need to do, except for maybe breathe a little bit. Most people would take you through and say, well, think about the toes, and now think about your ankle, and now think about the foot as a whole, and they'll walk you up through that. What? For me, I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily the way that it needs to be done, because your practice can be whatever it needs to be for you, as long as you continue to. Maybe a little deeper breath is what you want. Maybe it's in the mouth. Maybe it's in your nose this time. Or continue doing what you're doing. So I'll have you focus right now on the left side of your body, and then your knee, your left knee. And see if there's any tension there. However you might be sitting, if you need to adjust it to be more comfortable, do that, so that you can release the pressure from your knee. There's no reason to be sitting in a crazy yogic posture if that's not comfortable for you. There's no reason to be putting yourself in these really awkward positions to make yourself feel like you're doing yoga, because yoga just means connection. It means to yoke yourself, and essentially it means to yoke yourself to spirit, and spirit means breath. So we're back to, are you breathing, or are you thinking about your knee? Is your knee comfortable? Well, good. Now we're going to focus on the right side of the body. Could you guess where I'm going to instruct you to focus on? If you thought I would tell you to focus on your breath, you would be right. Were you thinking about where I was going to tell you in your body? Were you lost in your body, or are you remembering to breathe? So think about your pinky finger on your right hand. Are there any tensions within there? You can move it around. This isn't about sitting still necessarily, unless you're comfortable already and you know that there's no tension anywhere in your body. How about your little pinky there? Is that comfortable now? And now I'll just let you walk through each one of your fingers on your own, and just kind of move them around if you need to, but if they're relaxed, leave them as they are. But the entire time, as you're feeling your hand, you're not thinking about your hand, you're feeling your hand, and if you need to think about anything, think about breathing. This is why people use mala beads. They put the mala beads in one hand and they count those beads. What it does is it engages one half of their brain. It'd be the masculine half, because the masculine half needs order. It needs to count something. 1 breath, 2 breaths, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did you think I was going to stop at 10 because your mind was in a place where your assumption is that things have to be in order of 10? What if I said B, C, D? Where do you think I'll stop? Maybe at Z? Are you still breathing? Or what if I said E, G, K, X, M, B, A, L, R, T, V, 3, 1. Now have you noticed that all you're looking for is a sound or a rhythm? Just a rhythm to your breath. But the way that we like to help people do this is to use a technique that they're familiar with, which is numbers and letters. And that will get your mind into a place of rhythm. And this is why shamanic drumming is used. Quick little taps and thuds, and it's why the rain drops can be so meditative. It gives your mind something to wander off into a sound, into a rhythm, into a pattern, as a pitter-patter of rain happens. And so, as we try to lose our mind just a little bit and remember to breathe, we still have to remember, while forgetting, that our body requires attention to the degree that we release the tension. Attention to releasing attention. If something is tense, it doesn't allow movement. But to be attentive to releasing tension, that's a conundrum of language, but of action it is easy. And here's how you do it. Once again, you breathe, and then we'll focus on the elbow on your left hand side. How does that feel? Is that comfortable now? Is it released? Is it fluid? Maybe you'd like to move it around, or maybe you're comfortable where you are while you're breathing and thinking of patterns and rhythms, but you're not thinking of them, you're just listening. See, you can listen with your ears, and you can also listen with your body. And by listening with your body, what that's called is feeling. What we do is we get rid of emotions. Emotions are traps. Emotions are trapped ideas of past and future. It has nothing to do with feelings. Your feelings are just as they are. It's what's going on inside of your body. You're listening, you're seeing inside of your body. You're smelling the inside of your body if you could even possibly do that. And I think you can. And by taking those normal senses that you'd use on the outside of you, in the outside world, you'd listen outside, and you'd look outside, and you'd smell outside. And you turn those inside, and you listen to your body, and you look at your body, inside of it. That's called feeling. And we're breathing, because that breathing increases feeling. By getting rid of what is called trapped memories of emotions, and memories, once again, are sometimes collapsed in the future. They're inside of ideas that you have of the future. and they get stuck literally, physically, scientifically provable, that it gets stuck in your body as fat molecules, as cancerous cells, and those can be easily released by breathing, putting oxygen into those things and allowing the tension to be released. It's like a bike tire. If you put too much air in a bike tire, it pops easily. But if you just let some of that air out, just like you're breathe into your nose and out of your mouth. And it's releasing emotions that are trapped. So by being attentive to your body and having attention, you can release tension. It's not a conundrum at all. It's a conundrum in language when you think about that. But we're not thinking about anything, because thinking has to do with emotions. Feelings don't have anything to do with thinking. They have nothing to do with emotions. And that's what we're aiming to get rid of. And it's not even an aim, because it's not outside of you. You're not going anywhere. You're just sitting where you are. It's more of an expansive thing. And this is where the use of confusing language can open up the mind. If I tell you to aim at something, you think you have to pull back on that bow and arrow and hit something out there. But I'm telling you to aim internally to expand yourself. Wouldn't that be collapsing? Wouldn't that be making something smaller to go inside of something? But surely, your body feels bigger right now than it did before. And right now, if your eyes are closed and when you breathe in, you take on the size of maybe the entire room. How big could you be? Are you a giant ball, an auric field? If you want to have fun with words and ideas of what energy is, and swirling, moving patterns of rhythmic, pulsing energy throughout the body. And as you're doing all of this breathing, breathing, you're releasing physical, mental, trapped energy bodies within your body, and letting them go throughout your blood, get released out of your breath, releasing all of that carbon dioxide. Imagine that just might be the same thing that a car does when the gas gets used and it's getting rid of what it doesn't need. And that was something that was stuck in your body as a fat molecule that you burnt off by breathing. See, even through this, you're learning some real science, something that's going on in the physical world that's inside of your body, because you're still physical. Don't get too caught up in the trappings of thinking you don't have a body. And don't get caught up in the thought at all. Just breathe and allow the information to come to you, whatever it might be. It might be a cat walking by you. Somebody might have beeped a horn. There might be a noise that you didn't notice and you notice now. Well, oh well, who cares? Let it be. You're just breathing. And while you breathe, the way that anything in the world, besides the domesticated human, learns is by just ingesting all of reality, all of nature. And even if your nature happens to be a city, even if you happen to live in a small domicile, even if you're living in an RV, no matter where you are, you certainly live within your skin suit. You live within your body. And this is what we're focused on. We're focused on removing all of the impurities that are in your body by breathing and breathing and breathing. If you'd like to speed up your breath to get a little more warmth in you, you can do that. Or if you'd like to slow it down and be more relaxed, you can do that. And as you continue to breathe, if you're good at visualization, and even if you're not good at visualization, what you can do is you can just conceive of an idea. Everybody knows about having an idea. And this idea that you're going to think about is just releasing whatever is tense in your body. Whatever it might be. Now we've gone through a couple positions in the body. And this is where you get the freedom to roam around your entire body and pretend I'm talking to you. Maybe I'll be silent, maybe I'll give you some reminders, but who knows? And here's what you'll do. You'll be like, is that Zen reminding me to think about my knee over here or my hip? Or is that me reminding me? Or am I standing behind myself? Or am I just floating? What am I thinking about here? What am I feeling? And this is where you have the freedom to roam around inside of your body and find your own path within your body of saying, where is the tension? Do you notice tension in your hips? Do you notice it in your feet? Maybe in your neck. Maybe in your fingers. Maybe somewhere in your face in places that you don't normally look. Maybe in your ear. Maybe you literally have tension in your ear. That's why you're hard of hearing. This is a real possibility. And if you need to go through it from head to toe or toe to head or fingers to toes, you can do it that way. If you like to jump around your body, you can do that too. But here, I'm going to be silent for a second. I'm going to allow you to just run into your little space, your giant space, your house, your temple, your body, and see what's going on in there, and loosen everything up. An invitation to yourself. Are you breathing, though? Are you still breathing? Are you thinking too much about your body? Right now is not the time to think about lunch. It's not the time to think about dinner. And now you're thinking about lunch and dinner. Well, why would you say that, Zen? Why would you do that? Now my mind is stuck on all of these delicious foods and wonderful things that I'd like to experience. Well, why would I do that? Why did you do that? Why are you thinking right now? I thought there was a moment here for you to just find your body. What's going on with tension inside of your body? Are you focused on the tension in your body or the relaxation? Or are you still focused on that food? Or are you focused on my words? Now here's the interesting part of this, is no matter what you're focused on right now, if you get back to breathing and your mind does think about food, instead of thinking about eating the food in the future, what you can do is you can bring that food. Let's think about, what's your favorite thing? Oh, you know what my favorite thing is? It's a mango. And I think that's your favorite thing right now. And if it's not, you can pick any fruit you'd like, but we're gonna take a mango and we're gonna unpeel that. And we're gonna smell it. And it's gonna be juicy and it's gonna be all over our hands and it's gonna be sticky. But don't worry. You're right next to a pond and there's a waterfall there. And you'll be able to clean yourself right off. You're there by yourself. It's a lush tropical oasis. And you're just there with a mango. And you're breathing the entire time. You have to remember to breathe. It'll just be, soon enough you won't have to remember to breathe, you'll just do it. It will just be part of everything else that your body is doing for you, because that's what its job is. Your body needs a job to do. It needs to make your heart beat. It needs to process all the food you put in it. You don't think about that. It does it for you. And what you need to do now is you need to instruct it once again, because it's happy to do it for you, how to breathe properly. To just remember to breathe. Now, are you here? Are you standing there with that mango in your hand? Well, if you'd like to stand there with that mango in your hand, that's just fine too. Don't worry about all the sweet, delicious nectar of that mango. You can wash off your hands in a second. But when you bite into it, you can taste it. Everything about that mango, the color, the explosion of flavor in your mouth is already right there. And this is important. This is one of the most important things you need to know about meditation, about dreaming, about life, about anything you're doing, is even though right now, while you might be thinking about my voice, a moment ago, you really probably, if you're close enough to the abyss, if you're there, I think what you did was you actually tasted that mango. You could smell it because you were in the moment, and you took that mango out of the future and put it into your present. It was a gift to yourself, and you put it into your mind, and your mind extrapolated all that information that you had of your memories and your emotions. We took your emotions from whatever they might have been, good, bad, indifferent, of past things you had, of traumatic stresses and disorders, and ideas that you had of the future, of what might be causing you pain and anxiety, and we turned it all into a mango that you just ate, and it was delicious, and you had it there for that moment, in that place, in that time, that you actually grabbed from the future, because you don't have it right now. You can see in your hand, you know that you don't have it in your hand right now, in your physical hand, you know this. And we also took it from the past. We took a mango from the past because you know what a mango tastes like, not because of your expectations of what it will taste like in the future, but because you've eaten it before in the past. And you took that mango, that flavor, the texture of its skin. You know what the lush feeling of an environment might be because you've been there before. You've been near a pond and you've been near water. You know what it's like to clean your hands off. So we took the past and we took the future of you wanting to eat something, and we took that future mango that you're going to eat. Maybe later today you will literally do that, or maybe tomorrow, who knows. But we took that future event and we took a past event and we collapsed them into the moment of you sitting there with your mind and your body together, harmonizing to give you the experience of eating a mango. And we got rid of anxiety, disorder, worry, pain, suffering of the future and the past, and put it inside a delicious mango, all while you are learning to breathe properly. So I invite you all to do whatever you like now. Continue this meditation, turn this off here and continue on if you'd like, or spaz out, dance, who knows? Do you have energy or are you tired? Take a nap, who knows? Or go outside, run around. This is where it's your choice. It's your life. Do what you like with it. I'm going to turn this off here and just remind everybody to have a wonderful day and inspire the world. If you can't do that, at least learn how to breathe and breathe well for yourself. And go enjoy that mango.